Hello and welcome to The Villain Was Right, the podcast where we look at movies and TV shows from the villain's perspective and dare to ask, were they really all that bad? I'm your host, Rebecca Reeds.
And I'm your host, Craig Fay.
And this week we are talking about the highly requested theater camp.
Yeah, this was...
It was not on my radar.
It was not on my... Actually, I had seen a trailer for it, and I remember thinking, that looks funny. I should watch that when it comes out. And then forgot about it until now.
This movie fucking slaps.
It was so
It was
funny.
great. I thought it was honestly great. It's an hour, when you know we love an hour and a half movie in here. Okay, a tight little ditty. You know what I mean? No fat on it. Super funny. It had some super funny lines in it.
Tight jokes. Good physical comedy.
Oh my, the acting, the performances, the cast, everything. I was like, this is a 10 out of 10. You're killing this. And it just felt like, and I've never been to theater camp, to be fair, okay? But I did do, like, a lot of, like, you know what I mean, drama and stuff like that in school and what have you. And it just felt like it was such a perfect mix of this is so real, but also this is a little fantastic. You know what I mean? Like, they amped it up, obviously.
It's like they did it to, like, 110%.
Yes, but it feels, I'm like, I've met these people. I have met all of these people before.
All the kids, all the counselors.
Yes. I've met all of them, and this is it feels pretty accurate, but with a comedy eye, and we're going to amp it up.
But, and also a sort of love towards it as well.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, they go, like, these are these people.
Yes.
Theater kids are a type of person.
Yes.
And the people who counsel theater kids are also that type of person.
This movie was so fucking funny. Oh my goodness, it was so funny. So to give you, like, if you haven't seen it, first of all, you should go watch it.
Pause this right now.
Pause this right now. Go watch it. It's an hour and a half. It's super, super funny and very heartfelt at the same time. I thought they did a good job of making me care. And the final musical was great. I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome. And it was just super fun. Anyway, I can't say enough good things about this movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it. And then, and if you're like, fuck you, I'm not going to watch kids, then here's what it's about. Essentially, we have a theater camp that is run by a woman named Joan, and she owns the camp. And it's basically, the movie starts with her and her, I think, like, head of programming or something, like one of her, basically her colleague. Yeah. They go around to try and recruit kids because, you know, they're a bit of a failing business. It's not going great. And they kind of take the people that don't get taken anywhere else. They're a little more, let's say, you know, they throw it together. They're going to make magic out of cardboard. And it starts with her having a seizure at a show they're watching. And she goes into a coma, and her son, Troy, is now running the camp. But they're already bankrupt, and there's already huge problems happening. And it's him trying to navigate that with this casting character. He hires a woman that has no experience, lied on her resume about having tons of experience. Ao, so funny. I love her in everything. She's one of my favorite actors, and just, I think she just is so fucking funny. I love her. We've got and Patty Harrison. Come on, I love a Patty drop.
Oh yeah.
Anytime Patty's inside, Patty is one of these people for me. The second I see her on screen, it doesn't even matter if she's saying something funny or not. I'm going to start laughing because she's just so unbelievably funny in everything she does. I love every I Think You Should Leave sketch she's in. Oh,
yeah, she does that. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Christmas came early. Anyway, I just love her so much. She's so fucking funny. So it's these counselors, and then we've got the duo, Rebecca and what's his Amos?
Amos, a.k.a. Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah. Oh, can't. hard to shake that movie off.
Ben Platt, yeah.
Hard, and I do like Ben Platt. Like, I think he's great in this. He's been great in other things. I think we as a society need to wash ourselves of that entire experience. Anyway, so they're this like duo that have been teaching at this camp forever.
And went to that camp.
And she had a crush on him, and then he came out, and then it was, and then now they're just like best friends. And it's largely also about their relationship and how she's kind of moving on and how he's having a hard time of accepting that. The kids are great. The kids are smashing this movie. Because also they're not just kids that are in a movie, they're kids that are acting to act.
Yes.
And that's all. And to me, that's just a mind-boggling. Like, that's another layer, and they're fucking killing it. They're killing it. Oh my God, these kids are so fucking talented. I cannot believe it. So Patty, her name is Caroline in the movie. She runs the camp next door, basically, and they've been trying to buy them out for a really long time. The joke is that their kids have iPads, and that they're very well off, and they're backed by some wealthy people, and that can't really be art because there's money there. He ends up selling it, but then Troy, the son, gets all the kids together at the end and is like, no, we're going to put on a show for these influencers and they're going to give us money. And then it turns out the influencers have no money, but the camp is saved by the one man that they were Airbnb-ing one of the cabins out to because he's so moved by the final performance that he also worked on
Wall Street and had a cocaine habit.
Yes, so funny. Anyway, and then it ends with Joan waking up from the coma being like, Troy can't run the camp.
Played by Amy Sedaris, by the way, who is just in like a bit part.
Funny.
So, the end. Troy is played by the dumb guy from American Vandal. He does a perfect job. Did you ever see American Vandal?
I did not. I know the thing that he kind of plays the same character every time, but goddamn is he good
he
at
knocks
that
it out of the park.
He is so fucking good in this movie. Everybody's like, I have no notes. Honestly, I genuinely cannot believe I'm saying this. I have no notes.
See, the whole turn of like the final musical is saved by the stage manager who is wildly talented and basically ends up because it's a musical about Joan and he ends up in drag playing Joan,
and he's killing it. He's so talented.
All the other people are like, it drives me crazy how talented he is. Glenn is really good.
He is really good though.
And the part, and Kat actually came out. She's like, "What were you laughing?" Because I was watching in the other room. She goes like, "What were you laughing at so hard?" And I was like, "It was right at the end where it goes. Glenn is now playing Elphaba in a production of Wicked in like the Niagara Falls, whatever touring theater or whatever, and does his own fly work." Which means he's hoisting himself by the things. And I was just like, that is such a funny theater in joke.
Yeah.
And I don't know if everyone appreciates it, but like it's so good. And there's so many like in jokes like that with there. First of all, they start with the joke of Troy and Glenn, the stage manager. Glenn's trying to explain to him what's going on, and he goes, "There's the."
I wrote it down. It's my favorite line. I think it might be my favorite line in the whole film, where he goes, "I'm gonna take understanding what you're saying off my list." Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, that.
Because I had to pause it. I was laughing.
You
so
seem
hard.
to have a handle on this. I'm gonna take understanding
what you're saying off my list is so fucking funny.
It's perfect. No, but the line I was gonna say was where he goes like, so Glenn's like, so we're gonna have to prioritize the sound equipment for the musicals, so the straight plays are just gonna have to do it.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
this is good too.
And he goes like, Troy goes, so if there's straight plays, then what's a gay play? And Glenn just pauses and he goes, well, the musicals I guess. And like that's how they introduce, and like it's like, and then I think the titles start, and I'm like, great. So many good jokes. But I'm so glad that you brought up that like I'm gonna take that off my list thing.
so funny when he said that.
And let me know what you think about this, because in my mind, Troy was a bit of a villain in this movie.
Yeah, he's one of the people that I will be defending. Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, and I am straight up here for this man. Okay, because first of all, the boy's got a list. Okay, he's out here, he's thrown into chaos, and I actually don't think knowing a lot about musical theater would even fucking help him in this situation.
No.
Knowing enough about any sort of theater would help, I don't think. Okay, because he also does something that I really like, which is within this statement of, I'm going to take understanding what you're saying off of my list. He is willing to relinquish any control to anybody that knows more than him. He is he's not in there like, I'm the big dog, I'm running the show now, anything I say goes. That's really not his attitude, okay?
No.
Is he a lovable idiot? Absolutely, okay. Should he be at the helm? No, he should not, but he is, okay? And it's not his fault that he is, he just is.
And he accepts it.
Yep.
And does what I will say is his best. Because that's the thing. What really frames him as a villain, though, is Amos, who's like, that is the least creative man I've ever seen. You know, and he goes like, I haven't even talked to him yet, and I can already tell he's not theater people. Amos even says that to him. It's like, this place is important because there's no place else for these kids, and it's so clear to me that you're not one of us. He says that to him.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is, one, way too mean, and two, while true, he showed up anyway. Troy even says, like, I was never really into my mom's camp. I was always off doing cool shit with my friends as a kid.
And at no point did I watch Troy bully any kids.
No.
And that's all Amos does. The entire film. He's just bullying kids.
Oh, God. When they were like, congratulations, you're the most talented kids in camp. And it's like, her artistic legacy is now on your shoulders. Also her physical well-being. And they go, this show will break you.
This show will break you.
Congratulations, but this will destroy
This will hurt you. This will break you. You will die.
And I was like, this is a little dramatic. But Troy shows up every single time. There are things, like, because you're right, there's a version of this movie where he goes, well, I clearly know everything about drama. Yes. I'm going to teach every course. And he's in the way, and he's doing the Michael Scott thing, right? He's not doing that. He shows up to the announcements the first day and has trouble connecting with the kids.
And he talks to Glenn about it.
Yeah.
That's his first move. He goes, I don't really understand what's going on here. They're not really computing with me. And then Glenn's like, oh, let me walk you through this. Yeah. And he goes, oh, great. Thanks, Glenn. Like, I'm going to immediately follow your sage advice.
I'm going to try and meet them on their level, even though I don't understand it. And he also has one of the hardest jobs of the camp, where he goes, hi, we all know Joan, my mother, by the way. And the kids go like, yeah, Joan. Joan is beloved at this camp. And he goes, unfortunately, she's not with us here this summer.
Yeah.
And you could see heart sink. And again, this is his mother, who they maybe have a troubled relationship, but he clearly cares a lot about.
Yeah, he really does.
And is like, but we're going to have a normal summer. And then it's kind of awkward. And then he watches as all the other people get like applause because they're known to these kids.
Yeah.
But he's showing up anyway, and he's breaking the hard news to these kids.
Yeah. His fault is just like, sometimes he's a bit of an idiot, but he's really trying to work it out. He's trying his damnedest. He's like, I gotta read more mail. Gotta read more of the mail that's coming through here. And they just keep throwing problems at him, and he's like, well, we're gonna figure it out. Okay, it's not his fault. Fucking Janet lied on her resume. He's trying.
No,
he believed her. That's all that happened there. And she really did cook on teaching those kids stage combat as soon as she figured out what that was.
Yeah. I
believed that slap.
Yeah, and also you could blame him for hiring her. Yeah. But they're like, he cut some longtime staff and found one person who could do it all. She lied on her resume.
Yeah.
That's not his fault. But cutting staff in that situation is absolutely kind of the right thing to do. I'm sorry if you're camp is being repossessed in 3 weeks, you can't keep all the staff on. It's not fair to them. No. It's not fair to the other counselors who you won't be able to pay. Mm-hmm. Like when you can't pay your mortgage, you're falling short on some other expenses too, right?
Oh yeah. Plus there's so many real things in this movie, and it's also so off the chain. This idea that negativity is going to help you grow is so, like, you're always getting negative feedback, but it's only going to help you. It's only going to help you. And it's like, they're kids.
Thank you.
They're fucking kids. You guys are bullying these kids. Please relax.
Well, and another great moment for Troy is like he attends the auditions.
Yes.
And they go, well, you weren't even invited. He's like, that's fine. I'm just being a part of this.
You weren't even invited. Bitch, I own this place. I'm invited everywhere.
Because he's just trying to figure out what's going on, right? Like how this runs or whatever. And then there's the one kid, it's his first year, and like everyone else is singing show tunes.
Yeah.
And this kid sings a Post Malone song. And he's the guy who gets up and is like, this is great. This is wonderful. Good for you. He's encouraging a kid.
Yeah.
You know, who's doing something a little different than what everyone else is doing and clearly doesn't know the lay of the land and whatnot. You know, and all the other counselors are like, it's inappropriate to give feedback during an audition. You go, no. That's what that kid needed.
Yeah, that's what every kid needs. Plus, it was awesome. Yeah, it was hilarious. He was like, oh man, this guy's cranking it. Again, a very encouraging, lovely person. I don't think I ever see him do anything that is evil or crazy, like negative.
No.
Or being a dick. He's just kind of dumb.
Kind of dumb, but also dumb in a way where you throw me into that situation, maybe I would be that dumb too.
Oh, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like the whole thing, like, I gotta start reading the mail. I can see how that's real low on your priority list.
Yeah, and I could see why you would want to rent out one of the cabins as an Airbnb.
You gotta get money coming.
You have to make money. Money needs to be coming in. The ship is sinking. Okay, we need to do something.
And him the other thing he tries to do, I love the Airbnb thing. They just keep cutting to the guy like sitting on the thing with his dog. And you're like, why are you here? But the other thing he tries is the dinner.
Oh my God, that was so funny. Yes.
Yeah.
The dinner. So he's trying to get, what is it? Some funding?
He's basically the Rotary Club. So it's like a fundraising dinner and they're having a toast. Like it's the local like fundraising community. And like, we're going to make so much money this year. And then they're like, oh, we didn't realize we were going to be
served by children.
Served by the campers. He's like, I'm pretty sure you serving us alcohol is illegal.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes. They're doing, do you want to find out how my daughter died?
But the kids love it, is the thing.
It's so good.
Because they're like, we get to do dinner theater.
I would genuinely, tell me this, would you go to a dinner like that? Because 100% I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
I will pay.
I've done that.
I will pay top dollar to go into a theater camp and have kids be like, do you want to hear about my shady past? Yes, I do. Tell me. Tell me about your cocaine addiction.
Honestly, you and I, if we could do that, like just load up on wine and watch a children. I would do that at a drop. If you were like, Craig, hop in the car. I found a place up north. I'd be like, I'm canceling my plans. Let's do this tonight.
I would skip ahead. Like I want to skip ahead just to their final show, because the final show looked so legitimately great.
Yeah.
The songs were great. The performances were excellent. Okay, every part of it, the designs, them like pulling the I don't know what it was, like a feather boa or something through the nose to indicate like cocaine.
Doing cocaine.
I was dead, dude, because they did such a good job of making it where obviously it could have been done by you know what I mean? By kids and adults assisting kids. Nothing looked so, because sometimes you watch like a kid's production in like a movie or something and you go, Well, no fucking kids did that. That's insane.
It's like it's the problem with Halloween costumes in movies, where it's like that is because you look so good in that Halloween costume because you had a costume department to dress these kids. But that's not how real people dress for Halloween.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
and same thing with like amateur theater productions. It's like, you've got an entire movie's worth of costuming and makeup people, but you need to dial your skill down to like 1% of what you're doing because you need it to seem like,
It was right on the edge where I'm like, this is believable, but still looks amazing. Like them like shaking the fabric to indicate like waves and we're coming over and because they made the kids so obsessed, I was like, I believe that they're putting this performance on.
God, sorry, that just reminded me of the opening number. This is about Joan, the founder of the camp, and it goes, it's 1963. And we're coming over, even though planes and trains exist, we're coming to America on a boat. And the whole musical number is about how women can't read in 1963.
So good.
Like, oh my God.
I would pay top dollar.
Women cannot read in 1963 because it's just like, it's like, look at Joan. She can read the words.
I understand. I found it believable that Airbnb man was moved by that performance.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And them making that final number, because one of the conflicts is that Rebecca is off getting a job, okay?
Yes.
She ends up getting a job on a cruise ship, which is the most believable fucking thing. I was like, man, this was really written by theater people. Like, I know it. There's too much inside. Like, every single line is dripping with 3 layers of inside baseball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think it was written by the main 2 characters. I think it was written by Ben Platt and Molly
hell
Gordon.
Yeah. They fucking killed it.
And I think maybe the stage manager as well. I'd have to check.
So accurate. Just being hired, like, not like a movie dream job. Like, I got hired on a cruise ship is unbelievably believable.
But it's also like, that is the step up from the sun. That is you becoming a paid performer. I'm not throwing shade on that whatsoever.
No. We got to do what we got to do out in these streets. And honestly, cruise ships pay very well. Okay, as much as I fucking hate cruise ships, I'm like, I get it. It pays super well. You still get to perform. You get to do your art, okay, to a certain degree.
Yep.
I get it.
And she's a featured vocalist. She's the singer.
So one of the major conflicts is that she's off and she's supposed to be writing this. She keeps saying she's writing this final number. She's writing this final number, and then she can't write. Like she doesn't write it because she is off getting this job. Then she's forced to make one up on the spot. And she kind of makes up a loose, shitty song.
Kids are looking down. Someone's drinking a Snapple.
And then they take those exact lyrics and make it amazing for the final number. And I was like, boys, we did it. We did it. You've got a full movie I've got no notes on.
No notes.
And you come here for the notes. I always have notes. This movie, in my opinion, was front to back perfect.
Yeah, it was really fun.
It was perfectly cast. I can't. Okay, so just to get back to our point on how villains are right within this movie.
Yes.
Patty's character, Caroline. Of course, she is not once wrong. I gotta be honest with you. And I know that she represents money and a lack of creativity and the establishment a little bit, but you're done. Like you've defaulted. You're bankrupt. There's no money here. There's no one supporting you. And also, I'm going to make a statement here. I don't think most of these people should be educators. Should be shaping the minds of our young youth. Okay.
Right.
I don't think an adult should be looking into a kid's eyes and going, you are the oldest. You have the most past lives, but this is your last one.
I laughed
So good. It's so good.
The things they say to the children
are
so
insane.
Unhinged. So unhinged.
This place does need to be shut down, actually.
Well, but here's the thing. I don't even think it's going to be shut down.
Oh, yeah. It's just going to be like an extension of what they already have going on.
At no point are they like, we're shutting this down. We just want to expand out into this. And let me tell you, the thing that place needs is money.
It really does.
It needs money.
They don't know what they're feeding kids some days. These educators are being like, you used to be Abraham Lincoln. Like,
and here's the thing. I don't think any of that changes. Here's my defense of Caroline, which is that, one, at no point was she deceptive about what she wanted to do or how she was going about it.
She wasn't trying to trick anybody.
She genuinely liked Troy.
Yep.
And she even said, so she sleeps with him. And
because she's into him. She's like, I like you. This isn't a play. I'm not trying to. I've been watching your videos online. I think you're kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's not a play. And if anything, she's too honest in a lot of ways, right? And she says even, it's like, well, it was a partnership, but we take ownership if you default on the loans. I thought that was very clear in the agreement that you signed last night.
Yeah.
She was like, that was very clear.
She's surprised that he can't recall doing that. She was like, no, this was all very clear in the contract.
Yes. But even leading up to that, she's like, yes, no, I understood that the moment that you said that joke because it was very obvious. Like she plays slightly, I'll say neurodivergent, right? Where she's just like very upfront with her things.
Super direct.
Even at the end, and this is again played as kind of a villainous thing, where she's like, I don't like this play. This isn't very good. But she's saying it to Troy like, we're still buddy-buddy. Yes. I still like you a lot. I'm just being
real with you.
I don't think your plan to save this is going to work.
Yeah, I'm a little worried.
I'm a little worried. This isn't going to work. And what the camp needs to stay open is money, and what she is bringing is money.
Yeah, and I'm going to assume maybe a little regulation. Maybe a little like, hey, we actually do need to tear this building down because it's really not up to code. Your lights keep going off. Your power's a little fucked. We need to, this is a full rebuild, actually.
Thank you.
Because these are children.
When she comes in and says, oh no, this is a full teardown. That doesn't mean you're not going to have a theater at this camp. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been to summer camps and seen how they fucking build some of these things?
Oh, it's rough. It is rough.
It's plywood on like a wood frame, like plywood clad, that's maybe a little painted, and then sits out in the fucking moisture of the woods for years on end. Just
it has such a specific smell to it. Yeah.
Yes.
I can smell it right now. Like I can really.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
Just wicking that moisture right into the woods and just molding and rotting.
We need more.
You could put a thumb through some of these things at summer camps.
Really good.
Right? To walk into a place and go, tear down?
Very believable. Very real.
We'll tear this down and we'll build something better. We'll build something that doesn't smell like it's been rotting in a pine forest for the last, like you pick it up and all the fucking roly-polies run away. Mm-hmm. That's what that building is. Pill bugs. I guess. Sorry.
No, I got it.
Pill bugs. Yeah. The tear it down is the most legitimate thing. I think you got to tear down every building in every summer camp every 20 years.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. The way they build them, yes. Or they have to build them differently.
Yeah.
They got to do different things. Okay, we got to treat that wood differently in some manner. She is totally justified in what she's doing. She's super upfront. She's never evil. They're like, you've been trying to get this place for years. And it's like, yeah, and I still don't have it because I'm going through the correct procedure. Okay, you don't want me to have it, so I don't have it. And
that is such a good. I'm continuously offering you money to help you with your financial woes.
That's where that ends for now.
Yeah.
You say no, and then I don't have it, and then that's how that goes. Yes. It's not. I don't understand the villainy of continuing to ask.
To ask, it's like, do you continue to have financial problems?
Yeah, it seems to be going down and down and down, so I'm just going to keep reminding you that this offer's here. And it's not like they're doing that evil thing where it's like, I'm going to offer you like 10% of what it's worth, and you have to take it because nobody else wants this, and we're going to make it undesirable, so nobody... Yeah. We're not fighting off other competition. We're the only people that want this property. We yearly remind you we would like it. You say no, and then we respect that. Yes. That's how that happens. That's all that goes down here. Normal business procedures.
Yes. And they say, well, you can't talk to Lakeside, even though they have a mixer.
Yes.
Because they're the villain. They're the enemy. And you go, but why?
But yes.
Is it because they have money? Because let me tell you, there is nothing I hate worse than being like, money is the enemy of good art. No. You know what money helps with? It helps with having theaters. It helps with having unmoldy mattresses. It helps with having good teachers. It helps with having, like it's not like they're bulldozing the camp and are being like, this is no good forever, and we're changing it to iPad and foreign bank account 2.0. It's probably going to be, here's Lakeside, and here's the Lakeside Theater Camp.
Yeah.
And we'll share canoes to save costs. But other than that, we'll do big food orders together, but we'll run them as two separate programs.
They get mad at a kid for playing with a football. What we're talking about here...
using the tear
that was
tear
so
stick
funny.
Or whatever. It's the steroids of...
I was losing it. The cry stick or whatever they called it. Yeah, where you put a little chapstick under your eyes so that you cry, and it's like, no, it's got to come from within. Okay, I loved that so much. But yeah, with what they're creating, and I think is actually pretty accurate to some theater camps, is they're creating a little cult of children. Mm-hmm. They're a little cult, because if you don't have the same opinion we have, we're going to tell you that you're stupid and you're dumb and you're not doing it right.
And that's not how drama works.
And that's not how that works, and you're not allowed to... Like, I love that the kid was so confused. He was just like, but no, apologize! Apologize to him! And he goes, no, it's really fine. It's really okay that she was using the cry stick. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm honestly a little weirded out.
Oh, and that's the same kid who sang the Post Malone and who's caught with the football.
Yeah.
He's like the odd kid out, even though
exactly.
he's like really good.
Normal. Yeah. Like just the most normal kid.
No, they said that nobody at our camp could play football, so I was showing them like, drop it right now.
Get away from those kids.
But Amos and Rebecca, like the character Rebecca, like they show that so much, like the cult aspect of it, where they're like, we came here for summer camp, and now we're teachers, and now like we're doing everything together, and this is the way that we do it, and this is the way that it's always been. And even the costuming guy was also somebody who went to that camp, because he has a whole speech about how Joan told me can't sing, he can't dance, but he looks fabulous, and that's what you're meant to do. Like they're all there, and it seems like Janet. Ayo Edeberry's character is the only one who has the outside perspective.
You're codependent.
Yeah.
No, we just depend on each other.
He's like, okay.
Okay. Great.
I loved her in this as the outside teaching perspective. Just like, okay, what is mask work?
That sounds kind of weird. Could you give me like a legal definition?
Like, can somebody please answer without it being poetry?
It's something different than poetry, please.
I think you're just supposed to teach us how to like fight on stage and stuff. Thank you.
Thank you. Great.
And then somebody, they walk up to the other camp the other time, and they do a stage slap.
And it looks perfect.
Looks perfect. So clearly she didn't lie that much on her resume.
No, she could do. I honestly think for teaching kids at a camp something, I think you could lie on your resume for that. That sounds bad. You shouldn't everybody should have a background check done.
100%.
I think I'm firm on that. Okay,
Yes.
we got to make sure the records are clean.
And she is.
Yeah, but if you say, "Oh, I know how to teach kids how to fight on stage," or whatever the thing is, it's like, yeah, they're fucking kids. It's fine. It'll be fine.
We live in the world of Google. Quick Google how to do this, and you can teach kids.
How many times have you gone somewhere and just started? I constantly, I'm just gonna pretend I know what I'm doing, and I'm gonna Google it in a closet, and then we'll keep doing that.
Yeah, I mean, good on you.
Oh, because I would bartend and somebody would be like,
"Oh, okay,
give me a Skippy Doo," and I was like, "Oh yes, certainly, sir." And I just turn around and start Googling Skippity Doo. You know what I mean?
You're like, that's definitely the kind of bars Rebecca works in, where we know how to do fancy.
Oh,
cocktails.
but yeah, I got to turn around because if you're not asking me for a rum and coke, it's gonna take me a minute. Okay, I know a lot more now, but at the time,
is there a fancy name for rum and coke? Like you know how vodka and orange juice is a screwdriver, and
I don't think so.
Okay.
If there is, it hasn't been said to me.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Because that would be a real pretentious way to order it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it's like, give me the Skippity Doo, and you're like, do you mean a rum and coke?
I did the same thing when I was a barista. People would ask me for something. If you ask me for something confidently enough, I will just turn around and Google it right in front of you. You know what I mean? I'll just turn my back to you, Google it quick, and then make that thing.
Yeah.
And then if you ask me for something where we don't have, I'll turn around and go, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I forgot we don't have champagne, actually."
We just ran out this
just realized. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I'm a Google queen.
You've
Absolutely.
got Molson Canadian and Budweiser on tap, and you're like, right, I just remembered we didn't have champagne.
I gotta tell you one of my, I think my favorite scene in this entire movie, because Rebecca's whole thing is that she can know your past lives and she can speak to the dead, is when Troy asks to speak to his mother, and she's like, "I don't know, I don't really have time." And he's like, "No, I really need to speak to her." And she's like, "It's your mother." And he goes, "So good to hear your voice." That whole scene, he did it so
he really
earnestly.
Where he's just like, I need to talk to my mom.
I need to talk to my mom. It was just so good. It was so well done. It was so funny.
And especially when he leads, I think it's like, "Oh, it's so good to hear your voice. Mom, there's so many weird people here." He goes, "Especially Rebecca."
Yeah.
You can just kind of see her react.
I loved this movie so much.
Oh, it was so fun. And if I can defend Janet one last time, is if you can lie your way through an interview to teach kids drama, you can teach kids drama.
Oh,
if you can fake it that well, you know a thing or two about acting.
You know how to lie. Acting is lying.
All the time, right?
Yes, acting is just lying. Good Lord.
I'm not Superman in real life.
I don't know where they found these kids, but these kids knocked it out of the fucking
Very
park.
talented kids, for sure.
Very talented. Just even let's say, okay, that you're watching them tap dance, and then you're watching them perform a line. But again, I think you're acting is just mind blowing to me.
Yeah. Right at the beginning where the one kid's retelling the story of Joan passing out. So it's like, obviously, I was knocking it out of the park. Bye, birdie. And you're just
knocking it out of the park.
I'm giving it my all.
It was so, and I was like, that is how a kid would tell that story, and that is how every comedian I know would tell that story. Of course, I'm crushing on stage.
I'm crushing it.
The other thing that I found super relatable as a comic was the first scene off the top where Joan and her her co-producer, whatever you want to call her. She did have a title. I just can't grab it right now. Just talking to them. So we have a super limited room. Actually, and you want to sign up fast because we only got 2-3 spots left, but I really want to save a spot for your kid.
Yeah.
That is so our version of almost sold out. It is not almost almost sold out. I know it's not. I've seen the numbers. Okay. You're really trying to pump it up. My favorite thing. This is my favorite. And it comes from an evil part of me. I know it. And I know I'll get caught in one of them one time, and that'll be my comeuppance. I love when somebody posts about how it's almost sold out, and you show up, and it's like an empty room. I'm like, what is everyone in this room thinking? I want to crawl into their minds and go, how was this almost? What happened? Because I had a show that happened. I was told. It was just like a weird, it was like part of like a bigger festival. And so I think you had to have like passes or something. It was pretty loose. You know what I mean?
That gets complicated.
And like I've done a bunch of shows like that where it happens, but the promoter will be like, we're sold out tonight. And you show up and like there's literally no one in the room. And you're like, what is
because we had to save 60 seats for pass holders in case they
showed up and nobody did, or they show up really late and then they just kind of like stroll through. It's just so interesting when that happens. But that was I started laughing immediately. Yeah. We've got room. We got limited space.
They're running multiple productions. It does seem like they got a fair number of campers. Like it's.
Oh yeah.
I think you can run this place as a successful camp. I think it's been mismanaged, and it's not on Troy that he literally takes over as the hammer's about to drop.
Oh, totally. And I think my guess would be why they don't have money is because they bring in the type of kids that can't spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
They're doing the thing where they're like, you know what? It doesn't matter what your parents do. It doesn't matter how much money you have.
You're right.
Like,
that is nice.
I think it kind of is. But yeah, you're right. Troy comes in right when they're like, hey, we're really, dropping the eviction notice next week. So get ready. And they're like, well, this guy's not an artist. He's not one of us. I cannot tell you that is not the problem, right? Like, I can't tell you how much that's not the problem.
People have different skills. Absolutely. And you need a business person right now.
Yeah. Now, is this man a business person? No. Okay, but he's actually somehow a little more of a business person than any of y'all.
Which is amazing.
Do you think it's that time, Craig?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So the cruise ship thing really sent me. So I'm doing the performance scale, obviously, and I'm gonna be ranking Caroline, the woman trying to take over. So from playing your guitar on the street corner, all the way up to a full theater tour, I'm gonna give her a cruise ship.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to give her a cruise ship. A necessary evil, if evil at all.
Yeah.
You're just trying to make that money. Okay, I get it.
For the money.
Okay, we're just trying to do it. Okay, is it maybe lesser art? I don't know. I don't care. It's happening.
Love it.
What do you got, Craig?
Yeah, so I've got the fireside skit props scale. So props that you would use at the fireside skits at camp. Using a beach towel as a dress to a canoe paddle guitar. I'm going to give Caroline, also trying to take over the camp, a comb as a mustache. Kind of kid who she kind of hid who she was and what she was trying to do, but not really. Not really at all. We all know exactly what's going on.
Yep.
That ain't a mustache.
That ain't a mustache. You're not fooling nobody.
You're not feeling nobody. And she didn't try.
No.
Love her. Love that actress. And guys, yes, so we're going to get to our heroes and villains of the week in a minute. But first, a couple ways that you can help out the podcast. If you want to get in touch with us, we are on TikTok. You can see our smiling faces, our little clips there. Instagram and Facebook at Villain Was Right. So follow us there for clips and upcoming episodes. As well, if you want to get in touch with us, drop us a suggestion. Once again, this was recommended by one of you.
Yeah.
And we love you for it. You can get in touch with us at villainwasright@gmail.com. That's villainwasright@gmail.com. And we do read everything. We may not get back to you quickly, but it's on our list. So rest assured, we've got your suggestions. And if you have a couple bucks.
As always, we are on Patreon, patreon.com/thevillainwasright. we've got bonus episodes coming out the ass, man. There's so many. There are so many too every single month. This month, I always pick a bad movie, and to what end, we don't know. I always pick a bad movie. Craig picks a good movie so that there is balance in the universe. This month, I've picked Class of Nukem High. Actually, I would say one of the crazier movies we've covered. A strong candidate. So you can check us out there. We also have ad-free tiers. We have audience choice tiers. And you know what? It's hard times out there. If you can't support us financially, thank you for listening. If you are just listening to this episode, you are doing so much work. Thank you so much for keeping us afloat, keeping us, talking about our stupid theories and what have you. And now it is time for our heroes and villains of the week. I am going to give myself a villain here. This gave me fucking flashbacks, man. I gotta tell you, I auditioned once for a musical and I can't sing. I cannot sing. It was, I grew up in Lindsay, Ontario, and we have this Academy Theatre in Lindsay, and it's like this really, really old theater. Like it's honestly, I think it's a beautiful performance space. I later did get to perform there as like a talent show host or what have you, but then that moment in time was not my time. My friend wanted to go audition and she was like, "You should come with me." And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like, why not?" And she's like, "Yeah, you just have to sing a song." I gotta tell you, buddy, I
can't even make eye contact.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. There's deep shame surrounding this. I don't know if I got 3 lines of that song out before they were like, "Okay, thank you, next." I got on stage and sang, I think, about 3 bars of A Whole New World. And they were like, "Thank you so much." And when they call up the next person right away because they don't even need to fucking talk about it.
Yeah.
And it was one of those ones where you had to audition in front of everybody else that was also auditioning. And the girl that came up after me, and I can't remember her name, but I just remember her vibe. And she was just one of those people where you were like, there must be something wrong with you, because she was just like beautiful and talented and super smart and like just all around an amazing person, and just started knocking it out of the fucking
Did she also
park,
do
bro.
Whole New World?
No, thank God. Thank God, dude. I think it was another Disney song, though.
Sure.
It was still in the same vein, but I sat down and I was like, "Oh, yeah, you're letting her go through the whole song." They were letting her rip. I was like, all right, well, that was a big, like, you could just feel the energy shift in the room, and I was like, I am never doing this ever again.
Good on you for putting yourself out there, though.
You're
turning red right now.
It's one of the most embarrassing things ever. Why would I ever do that? I was not a singer. I wasn't a singer in front of my family. I'd sing like maybe, I can't even, like, I'd maybe sing along with something every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I was mostly a hip hop girly. So it was mostly like, I'd be fucking. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was like an 11-year-old white girl just being like rapping. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I strongly believe that I am the villain of that story. Know your limits and play within it. Good Lord. I subjected a full room of people to that. That's not good.
And they knew right away.
Oh, we all knew right away. I knew the second the first note came out of me.
Everyone here has made a terrible mistake.
Woo! Anyway, what do you got, Craig?
Yeah, so this sort of inspired the camp side of this inspired me. So this is a villain, but this is like, I think around when I was like 11, 12 years old, my dad and I took part in sort of a father-son canoe trip, right?
Oh, cute.
So like me and my dad and like some friends and their dads and like, like my dad's friends and their sons, like that sort of thing. Yeah. It's like a group of people, and like we were all sort of in Boy Scouts, but this wasn't really part of Boy Scouts because it was the summer.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Anyway, so they had very smartly sort of hired, I guess what you would call guides, and it was 2 guys who sort of helped us who came on the trip with us, but were also like, this is how you plan a canoe trip. This is, and let me say, like, when I say canoe trip, I mean like out into backcountry. Like we're hauling everything we need in and long portages, that sort of thing, right? On the Magnetawan River up north. And so these guys, very rightly, were like, okay, if we're going to do this, everybody needs to be involved in the planning so that everybody knows what's going on, right?
Oh, yeah.
So like emergency stuff, what happens in an emergency, like what are we eating?
What are we bringing?
Right. Yeah. So they were like, a part of this experience for the boys is not just that they're going on a canoe trip, is like they're learning how to plan. But these meetings for planning it were very, very boring.
Yes,
right?
okay.
Especially for this. And my dad even found them boring. So I remember one time, my dad, we were going to this meeting. He's like, actually, I have something like I legitimately need to go to. So we're going to go to this meeting for a bit. But then I'm going to get us out early, and I'll drop you at home and go off to
and
my
you're
thing.
like, fucking
And I was
sick.
like, great.
Hell yeah.
Dad has my back on this, right? Absolutely. He knows how boring it is. He knows I'm not contributing anything to these meetings. Probably not even retaining anything in these meetings, to be quite honest. So we go there, and we get about halfway through the meeting, and then my dad is like, okay, well, I actually have this thing, so Craig and I are going to go, and sorry that we have to duck out. And the guy leading the meeting goes,
I know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Oh, you have to go, but is there any reason Craig can't stay here? And my dad goes like, well, I mean, he needs a ride home or whatever. And the guy does not blink, he's like, well, some of the other people here, someone else could drive him home, right? And
you're cooked, bud. You're cooked. You're fucking cooked.
And just the look on my dad's face of like, yeah, I mean, Bob could drive him home. Like they live like same neighborhood or whatever. They could drive him home. And just like, yeah, I guess there's no reason Craig can't stay for the rest of the meeting. All right, bye, Craig.
I love it.
And my dad abandoned me at that meeting and just ducked out early. And I thought about that. I don't know why I thought about this recently, but I was just like, it's so funny.
That is very
funny. It's so funny. Like, everyone is right in that situation.
Yeah. Except for your dad needs to learn to be a better liar.
Yeah, it's like,
I actually have to get him home because, But
just... Like I remember the look on his face, and it was the look of, I can't think of a reason fast enough.
Yeah, you're cooked.
That makes sense.
And he really wanted to help you. He really probably felt terrible.
He really did. And
it's so real.
But then he was just like, well, bye.
That's great.
Get a ride home with Bob. There we go.
That is a universal experience.
Right?
That is very real.
Yeah.
So funny.
But it was a fun camping trip. I will say that by the time it finally happened. Good bonding experience.
Great story, Craig.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yep.
As always, team, that does it for us. You can follow me at Rebecca Reads.
And you can follow me at Craig Fay Comedy on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, craigfay.com for show dates. And that does it for us this week on the podcast. Stay tuned. Next month we'll have another great episode, more bonus episodes. If you're a Patreon fan, you can do that. And until then, this is The Villain Was Right, reminding you that this will break you.
The Villain Was Right was produced by Andrew Ivimey for the From Superheroes Network. For more great podcasts like this, as well as YouTube series, webcomics, and so much more, visit FromSuperheroes.com.